We're Mojo, and this is our Headspace.
Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania. All right, as you see on your screen, we do have some breaking news right now that I do want to get you out to. This one taking place in Kentucky as we're awaiting an update from officials on a deadly shooting. This a post from the Governor Andy Beshear saying, "I'm heartbroken to share the shooting in Lexington at Richmond Road Baptist Church has taken the lives of 2 people. Other injuries, including the Kentucky State Police trooper from an initial stop, are being treated. And also at a nearby hospital, the shooter has also been killed. They say violence has no place in our community or commonwealth, in our country. Please join his wife, Brittany, and me as we pray for the families of those lost." We do have a shot up right now of this. There in Kentucky, officials in Lexington will provide an update on this. So as we wait for someone.
See, and I believe everyone has the right to own a firearm.
So do I.
But some people should not own firearms.
No.
Like, we get rid of psychiatric hospitals, we get rid of proper mental health treatment for people, and we get people like this out there.
Yeah.
And really the best defense for it is good people with guns.
Yeah.
Take 1 or 2 people there that were good people who had concealed carries, or just the legal right to carry in general, and they weren't bad people. Maybe. Good chance not a single soul would have passed away.
Right.
Like, not a single soul at all. So the right to bear arms is very important, but some people, I think we should just take their arms completely, as in the arms. Like, not their arms, but their arms.
Yeah.
Make them go armless. Take their hands.
To step to the mic, I do want to give you just some sense of what we're learning here on Live Now from Fox of this shooting as a suspect shot and wounded a state trooper on Sunday and fled to a Kentucky church where multiple people were injured in a second shooting. We do know, according to the governor, that tragically 2 people have died. The shooting spree ended when the suspect was killed. After the shooting, the trooper and the suspect ended up at the Baptist church. Let's listen into this here on Live Now from Fox as they're set to begin this press conference.
Let me introduce you. Is that okay?
This game, you're not ready for it.
That's what you had said.
Got it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening. I'm Sergeant Badge Tower with the Lexington Police Department Public Information Office. We're here today to talk about the shootings that occurred earlier today on Terminal Drive and also Old Richmond Road. Chief Lawrence Weathers will provide an update on the investigation. With this being an ongoing investigation, we're limited to the information that we can release and will not be able to take any questions today. We'll continue to provide updates on our social media and also through media releases to our media partners. Chief is joined by representatives in our public safety partnerships today from the Kentucky State Police, the Fayette County Coroner's Office, the Fayette County Sheriff's Office, ATF.
I think it said there was 3 dead total, and then injured Kentucky State Police.
Yeah, 3 died, meaning the shooter, I think.
No, I think 3 women died.
Oh, Jesus.
Like 3 women, I believe it said died. It might even be, it was down here on the title even. Okay, 2 dead. Okay, so then probably 3 with the shooter, and
Yeah.
then the state police injured. It's crazy. No reason for it.
Until it's election time.
Well, yeah, that's when the.
It's when the crazy.
I don't want to speculate. You know, it's a theory, but that's when the libs start sending people out to do these kind of things. So they want to push, gun control and make the conservative half look bad because they're for the Constitution.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's unfair, unjust.
Yeah.
Lexington Fire Department, the Mayor's Office, One Lexington, and representatives from the Bluegrass Airport. Chief Lawrence Weathers.
Thank all of you for being here. And like Sergeant Towery said, it's ongoing investigation, so there's not really a whole lot of questions I'll be able to for being here. And like Sergeant Towery said, it's ongoing investigation, so there's not really a whole lot of questions I'll be able to answer. But I will give you the statement that I have here. There's days like today that are extremely difficult, and before I begin, I would like to extend my condolences to the victims, their families, and everyone impacted by today's violence. I would also like to wish a quick recovery to the Kentucky State Trooper who was shot. On July 13, 2025, around 11:36 a.m., Lexington police officers were dispatched for a shooting involving a Kentucky State Trooper on Terminal Drive. The trooper had pulled over a vehicle on Terminal Drive after receiving a license plate reader alert in the area of Versailles Road. The trooper was shot and the suspect fled. While that shooting occurred on Terminal Drive, it was unrelated to the Bluegrass Airport and did not occur inside the airport terminal. The trooper is in stable condition and receiving medical treatment. A short time later, the suspect carjacked a vehicle in the 3700 block of Bellawood Drive before fleeing the area. No injuries were reported during that carjacking.
You think the traffic stop, license plate dang on the reader, so the odds are he would have gotten a ticket if he had no warrants, mind you. He would have gotten a ticket, and the vehicle probably would have been towed or impounded. You know? Which means if he legally owned the vehicle and proved that he could still get it out of impound.
Yeah.
If he didn't have a warrant, there was a good chance that he would have gotten a ticket, they would have towed the vehicle, and he would have had to find a ride home even.
Right.
So, can't be very mentally stable human being. Like, as well as I would automatically presume, not knowing, presume that he has a violent past and most likely had warrants for his arrest.
Most likely.
So he did not want to deal with it at all and fled after, violently assaulting an officer by shooting him. Which is good that the cop's still alive. Oh, Peanut, you trying to be in the stream?
Yes, he is.
Trying to be on this, bro? Kiki? Huh? Peanut? Yeah.
With the assistance of the department's Air Support Unit and Real-Time Intelligence Center, officers were able to track the vehicle to the Richmond Road Baptist Church in the 5800 block of Old Richmond Road. The suspect fired his weapon at individuals on church property. Preliminary information indicates that the suspect may have had a connection to the individuals at the church. 4 individuals were shot on church property. 2 female victims were pronounced deceased at the scene. The other 2 victims, both male, were transported to a local hospital. 1 victim was reported to have sustained critical injuries, and the other was reported in stable condition. The suspect was shot by responding law enforcement and was pronounced deceased at the scene. The suspect's information will be released after their family is notified. 3 Lexington police officers fired their service weapons in accordance with the Lexington Police Department's policies. The officers had their issued body-worn cameras activated. The incident is being investigated by the Kentucky State Police Critical Incidents Response Team, and the department's Public Integrity Unit will conduct an internal review of the incident. As per policy, the officers will be placed on administrative assignment pending the outcome of the investigation. I want to thank all the officers and employees of the Lexington Police Department who have been working on this investigation. There were also community members who stopped today to assist the Kentucky State Police Trooper, and I want to thank them for their courage and support to help. We also want to thank all of our partners who have been assisting in the investigation, including Kentucky State Police, Fayette County Coroner's Office, Fayette County Sheriff's Office, Fayette County Public Schools Police Department, the ATF, the FBI, Department of Emergency Management, and our partners at the Lexington Fire Department. Our E911 personnel, and the mayor's office with all of our other partners. something like this has a huge impact on our community. I know when people hear
I wanted to see what this guy looked like.
Yeah.
You know, this guy is out there shooting civilians and police officers.
I wonder what, like, literally makes somebody just snap. Just one day, bam.
Well, people like this, probably freedom. He don't want to lose his freedom. Freedom is probably the most valuable thing in the world to anybody. The right to be free. You know? So if he's looking at being locked up, even if it was a warrant for failure to appear, he's got to go sit in a jail. Who knows if it was or wasn't. But depending on the extent, if it was, he could be getting locked up and he could be, you know, put away for who cares how long, really. When your mental state's already not there.
Yeah.
And then you're looking at losing your potential freedom.
So you're gonna go out and you're gonna shoot 4 people actually,
Right, and it
an
says
officer.
two dead. So
Yeah.
he carjacked for the second car. So it makes me think that maybe the person he carjacked might be the second person dead, which is also very tragic because any common sense would say that if someone has a gun to you and they're trying to rob your car, just let them have your car.
No, I don't know. They said he shot 4 people at the church. So.
Well, right. But either way, if you're getting
Yeah.
carjacked, or if you're at a church, you comply.
Yeah.
Your life is way more valuable than even if you're not armed or you have not the ability to do something. Don't do nothing. Don't.
Right.
They teach you that in retail, even if any business. If someone comes in and tries to rob you,
Let them.
right, the business is insured potentially. Your life is not.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee on you. Give them your wallet. Give them your car. Give them. Right. If there's an opportunity to fight back, and you're somebody most likely like me who would have no problem fighting a person with a gun,
Yeah.
whatever. I'll bring a knife to a gunfight, and I'll just use it when I get close enough. It's just comply. That's the basic rule here. It's just no matter what, your life is more valuable. And if you have kids, family in general, by not complying, potentially you're affecting a lot more people.
Yeah.
Because you may not be able to go home that night.
And it's sad. You know, these people are there. It's Sunday. They're there at church,
Right.
you know. And then this maniac comes out of nowhere.
And it was clearly, from what we're seeing so far, it wasn't like he was, say, a radical against the church.
Yeah.
He was clearly running, again, in my opinion, for his freedom.
Yeah.
For his freedom.
Yeah.
For no other reason than to be free. For what other circumstances may be that made him run. At the end of the day, his freedom made him run. He does not want to go to jail. He's probably already done time. He probably has a severe criminal history. You know, these are all assumptions, but I can assume,
Yeah.
based off of my own past, in knowing how valuable freedom is.
Yeah.
Being in jail as long as I am, in and out, freedom is very important.
Yeah.
People do a lot of crazy things to stay free.
Yeah.
But then say something simple like a traffic ticket becomes
Yeah, it didn't have to turn into this.
becomes double murder because of your freedom. Right? So you got to know right and wrong too. You got to have a sense of, I guess, consciousness and a soul. You know.
Right. And
I wouldn't want nobody to shoot me. I wouldn't want nobody to shoot you. So why would I shoot anyone else?
Right.
Like guns. I grew up in the country. Guns are made for food. Above all, biggest thing I know them for is to provide.
Mm-hmm.
You can hunt. Number one, you can feed your family. You can save a lot of money a year by eating animals.
Yeah.
And I'm all for that. Let's eat them all. Well, population control. Enough of that. Second thing is to protect your family, which all goes back to even to protect you, I have to feed you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm letting you starve and you'll die. So guns are made for, you know, they're a tool
Yeah.
to feed and to protect.
Yeah.
Protect us from crazy neighbors, crazy people in general, or the government itself at times.
Yeah.
Like, they are for protection. That's why that right is so important for us all to have and to abide by it in the standards of morality, you know.
Yeah.
Like, God said, you know, thou shalt not kill.
Yeah.
So
And,
I'm all for the eye for an eye, hand for a hand. Like, unfortunately, take them out back.
Well, yeah.
Fair and equal treatment. If
They
you
did
steal,
too,
you
so-
steal, you lose a finger. Steal again, you lose another finger. Steal again, you lose a hand.
Yeah.
Eventually, good luck stealing that Twinkie with 2 nubs.
Right.
So I don't know.
Hear about stuff like this. They maybe need some kind of understanding, and I think the city is going to stand ready with One Lexington to help provide assistance to those who are struggling with it. Sometimes things happen. We just don't have a reason why. But we're going to be here for the people of Lexington. All of these people up here didn't hesitate to come out, didn't hesitate to call and check on the family members, and didn't hesitate to come out and provide support and their service. So I appreciate all of that, and thank you for all of that. With that being said, I'm going to ask Coroner Gary Ginn to step up.
Thank you, Chief. So my office was called at 12:56. We responded to 5899 Old Richmond Road, which was the Richmond Road Baptist Church. This, like the chief said, this is an ongoing active investigation. There are literally a few hundred people that are working this crime scene, as well as myself and deputies.
So you think you know Wicks, but do you really? First up, we've got
This church was a small church, and the majority of the individuals that attend the church there are related biologically some way or another. If not, they've been friends for many, many years. So it's a very tight-knit group of people at the Richmond Baptist Church. Because the family was there, and our Lexington Police, as well as the KSP, conducted interviews about what happened in this investigation, I was able to notify a family of 2 deaths, and I'm...
So you identified one family of 2 deaths.
That's so
And right,
sad.
and a church is a community, so
Yeah.
so therefore they're all family.
Yeah.
But or not, like, church is community. Like, it's a congregation of like-minded individuals. You know, that's in a lot of cases that is family.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a holiday, then they're not very like-minded. At least not in my house.
Yeah, not anyone's.
I can report that Beverly Gum, she is a 72-year-old female member of the church. She sustained gunshot wounds that caused her death. And Christina Combs is a 32-year-old lady who also received gunshot wounds which caused her death. We have identified the shooter, and the shooter, as the chief said, was shot by Lexington Police, and we have not notified the shooter's family. Typically in a case like this, we will notify the family as soon as we can, and once that notification has been made, then we will identify the shooter to the media. Thank you.
As I said,
I'm waiting to hear, like, all of a sudden, the family of the shooter. You know, like so many people out there. Oh, he didn't deserve to die. He was a good person. We're gonna sue the cops.
Yeah, I know.
Like, that crap. Like always. Like,
Yeah.
like, oh, he was afraid. He was running for his life. If they didn't pull him over, this would never have happened.
Right. Like,
Like,
try to pass it off on the police.
Well, yeah, blame somebody. Right. It's ridiculous. But I guarantee you, you're going to see something eventually where this family's going to say that he was an innocent, good man, and he didn't deserve to die. well then he didn't deserve to pull a gun on a state police.
Right. Or on people just attending church.
Right. He should have just complied from the very beginning like a normal human being. But,
Right.
hey, well,
There's not a whole lot of questions I'll be able to answer. I will take a couple, and if I can't answer them, I will. If I can't, I'll just let you know, but only a couple if anybody has any questions.
What can you tell us about the shooter? Did he have a criminal record?
At this time, I'm not at liberty to discuss that. Those details.
guaranteed he has a criminal record.
Guaranteed.
He probably don't even have a concealed carry permit.
Oh, God, no.
Like
He's probably not even allowed to hold a gun.
no. This is great. He's probably a felon,
Yeah.
which means he shouldn't even own a gun.
Yep.
Now, granted, just because you're a felon, I don't think that it's right that you should not be able to own a gun because
No.
some people live in some pretty scary places,
Yeah.
and they would never pull a gun on another human being just to kill them.
No.
But you have the right to protect yourself.
Right.
You have the right to defend yourself. You have that right. So, with that being your right, it's a little bit, what do you do? Like, do you let these people, and I can understand, like, if you have a criminal history of a bunch of violent crimes, like, if you've been arrested a lot for violent-related offenses,
Yeah. Then no.
maybe you should never own a gun.
No.
But if you're 18, 19 years old, you grew up in the country hunting, fishing, sheep, and doing all this stuff, never have had a violent history in your life, granted, you can still go in front of a judge and, fill out paperwork and get your reparations so you can own your firearm again. But I think that's a little bit too much if you've done nothing ever violent.
Yeah.
If you're, right, I'm 18, I sold drugs, and I got a felony. I did county year because it was my first time ever getting charged with anything in my life. Now I can never own a firearm again. I'm not sure if I necessarily agree with that.
No.
That's a little bit far-fetched.
Yeah.
Probably be released later, but at this time, I can't discuss it.
It appeared on scene that after the shooting had happened, someone else was arrested. Can you confirm that? And if so, why was that the case?
I don't have any information on anybody being arrested.
Chief Weathers, could you please recount what you said that took place on Terminal Drive with the state trooper and the individual? Did the state trooper pull over the suspect because of a hit for a license plate reader?
That is my understanding, yes, ma'am.
Oh, thank you.
Do we know if any of the shooting victims were related, possibly a spouse?
I'm not going to discuss that right now.
Do we know whether or not the shootings at the church happened inside or outside the church?
That's part of the investigation, and I think they're still looking into that.
And then as far as at the airport, I know that you said that it didn't happen technically inside the airport or by, like right there, but do we know how that affected flights and cancellations if that happened?
I wasn't aware that it affected any flights. Like I said before, there were some people en route to the airport, and they got out and assisted the trooper. So I don't know if they suffered any delays or not, but if they did, I just want to say again, I appreciate them for getting out and doing what they did.
With this being an ongoing investigation, we won't be able to take any more questions. We're going to follow up with everything that Chief just said with more in the press release, so that should be coming out momentarily.
Thank you all.
All right, you're just listening in there to an update from Kentucky officials on this shooting that left 2 individuals dead. A very tragic day here on this Sunday. This happened earlier on this morning in an initial confrontation.
So
At least there's good people out there still,
Right.
like some Samaritans on their way to the airport.
Right.
Very well could have missed their plane.
Oh,
But
yeah.
they saw, whether they witnessed the crime or they just seen an officer laying on the ground or scrambling or rolling or crawling to his car, like they didn't need to stop, and,
No.
and they did. And because of that, lives are saved as well.
Exactly.
So that's always a benefit.
Between the suspect and a Kentucky State Highway Patrol officer where they were shot. They did flee that scene. They did carjack another individual, no injuries sustained at that point, and then went to this Richmond Road Baptist.
All right, so the person he carjacked at least maybe pistol whipped him or just threatened him. The person got out. Like I said, comply.
Yeah.
There could be another person dead if that person did not comply.
Right.
Just give him that car. Your car is replaceable. The odds are, if you don't crash it, you're gonna get it back anyways. But it's gonna be a while because they're gonna the investigation. They're gonna crime scene investigators will go around and look at it. Even if we gunshot residue in there or whatever else.
Yeah.
Or if he hid stuff in there, maybe he had a shit ton of drugs on him.
Maybe.
Church, the suspect firing on some of the people there, parishioners. 4 people were shot, 2 females were killed. They identified them as 72-year-old Beverly Gum and 32-year-old Christina Combs. They have not identified yet the suspect that was also killed during this incident. And these are just some images we were gathering from the scene there. You can see Richmond Road Baptist Church as the crime scene tape, fire engines on this, and 2 of the people that were injured, 2 males. One is in critical condition, the other in stable condition. So a very tragic event taking place here in Lexington. And as you heard there from the police, this is a very fluid, a very dynamic situation at this point. Did not get into the motive of why this all went down, but he did say there's potential connections between the suspect and the people, the victims that sustained injuries and were killed at this church on Sunday in Kentucky. So obviously a very sad up.
What did he just say?
He said that he knew. He might have known the people that he shot.
And these are just some images we were gathering from the scene there. You can see Richmond Road Baptist Church as the crime scene tape, fire engines on this, and 2 of the people that were injured, 2 males. One is in critical condition, the other in stable condition.
Well, so there's still potentially the risk of somebody else dying. Somebody's still in critical condition.
Yeah.
So there could be more deaths still.
So a very tragic event taking place here in Lexington. And as you heard there from the police, this is a very fluid, a very dynamic situation at this point. Did not get into the motive of why this all went down, but he did say there's potential connections between the suspect and the people, the victims that sustained injuries and were killed at this church.
So there's even a chance the guy probably potentially stole the license plate, put it on a car he owned that wasn't street legal, or couldn't be on their stole plates. That's why there was a ding, because probably stolen plates or something, or vehicle didn't match it.
Yeah.
Right. And maybe, potentially, if there is a link, then he was out there for a vendetta, vengeance, or really for no reason at all, most likely, because I could never see myself getting mad enough to want to kill another human being.
No.
No matter how mad I am with them.
No.
I'm pretty good at controlling my anger and just ignoring people. They irritate me, just to tune them out. Something my dad and my mom taught me when I was really young. When I'd make them mad, they'd tune me out. So now I've learned that skill of tuning out.
On Sunday in Kentucky. So obviously a very sad update there from officials after this took place. I also want to put up just this one more time. The governor of Kentucky saying, quote, "I'm heartbroken to share the shooting in Lexington at Richmond Road Baptist Church has taken the lives of 2 people. Other injuries, including a Kentucky State Police trooper from the initial stop, are being treated as they at a nearby hospital. The shooter also killed." So that coming in from Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear here on this Sunday. He does go on to say, quote, "Violence like this has no place in our Commonwealth or country. Please join Brittany and me as we pray for the families of those lost, each one a child of God gone too soon. Thanks to the Lexington, Kentucky Police, Kentucky State Police for their brave effort. Kentucky, let's stand strong together and support our Lexington neighbors during this difficult time." So, all right, following that breaking news here on Live Now from Fox, we'll take you out to any more updates that happen on this Sunday. But first, let's slide away for another quick 2-minute break.
There it is.
Yeah. Horrible.
POS is out there. killing people for no reason, because there's never a good reason to kill anyone.
No, there isn't.
Yeah.
Not at all.
It's tragic, really. Yeah. Well, we're Mojo. This is our Headspace.